My next Patreon question is from Andrew, who wants to know why a certain Disney animated film has been mostly forgotten by the public. When people discuss the more underappreciated films in the Walt Disney Animation Studios catalog, one film of theirs that I'm surprised almost never gets mentioned is the 2000 release Dinosaur. I admit that it is not a perfect film, and maybe we could have gotten a more interesting film if the company had stuck with the plan to not make the dinosaurs talk. But I still think the movie gets way too much hate and deserves a little more appreciation for its merits. Why do you think Disney's Dinosaur is going to become one of the studio's forgotten gems? Does the film really deserve the backlash it's gotten in recent years? I remember when Dinosaur came out and what a big deal it was, but in the over 20 years since its release, it is a movie I don't see discussed much, despite its technological achievements. I actually quite like Dinosaur, while also understanding why a good number of people were disappointed by it. Part of the blame might be the marketing. Disney decided to have the teaser trailer be the entire opening sequence, which was honestly a brilliant idea. I remember seeing the teaser when I saw Toy Story 2 on opening weekend, and being absolutely amazed by it. It definitely did the job of making young me want to see the movie. The opening scenes show the technical wizardry on display, with the computer-generated dinosaurs placed into real environments, along with James Newton Howard's epic score and the incredible vistas. Even without dialogue, it was enthralling. So for many, when later marketing and the final film revealed the dinosaurs would talk, there was a general disappointment. The original plan even was to have the film be dialogueless when Paul Verhoeven and Phil Tippett pitched the movie to Disney in the late 80s. But when the budget started going up and eventually costing around $130 million, it's obvious why Disney did not want to run the risk of releasing a planned summer tentpole with no dialogue. Although despite the many years of development with several directors and writers pitching in ideas, Verhoeven and Tippett's original pitch of dinosaurs and lemurs trying to survive extinction caused by the meteor remained intact. And that theme of survival is one of the things I admire about Dinosaur. I think the filmmakers did create an engaging story and proper stakes out of these creatures trying to find a safe haven. We see how Aladar and Kron have opposing views on the best way to survive and reach the nesting grounds, and the conflict that arises from this. I've seen the characters described as boring, with Aladar being the one getting the most flack. But I've noticed in general that film fans tend to turn their noses up at protagonists who are good-hearted, which leads to them being called the dreaded B-word. Danny from Cats Don't Dance and Flick from A Bug's Life have also fallen prey to this. Now, is the premise a simple one and somewhat similar to The Land Before Time? Sure, but I don't mind that. I like the story, and I especially like the technical innovation and Howard's amazing music. Beyond the mixed audience and critical response, why has Dinosaur been largely forgotten? Well, part of it is that Disney did not really follow the film up with anything. And I'm not talking about sequels and television shows, although they did alter one of the attractions at Animal Kingdom to be themed around the movie. You see, when Disney decided to produce Dinosaur as a computer-animated feature, they decided to merge a visual effects company they acquired, called DreamQuest Images, with Walt Disney Feature Animation's computer graphics department, to form a new digital studio called The Secret Lab. The intention was to follow up Dinosaur with other computer-animated films, and the studio was already hard at work on a movie titled Wildlife, which was a film about animals who visit nightclubs, and was rumored to be more risque than your typical Disney animated movie. However, Roy Disney reportedly hated what he saw of Wildlife and shut the film down, which happened only a few months after the release of Dinosaur. The Secret Lab contributed visual effects to a few films after that, before Disney shut the unit down in 2005. So Dinosaur exists as this one-off experiment. I personally do think the movie is better than its reputation suggests, but people's general disinterest in the story and characters did seem to override the praise for the animation and musical score. Anyway, do you also think Dinosaur is underrated? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for your question, Andrew.